Hey, 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 I just wanna have fun. Come and pick me up, meet me at the spot. Up all night till the sunrise. Pop back cool, get ready for the ride. Gonna feel good. Gonna feel good. Gonna feel. Holy moly, guacamole in my pockets. What a blessing. Got it on me, I got options. Real stepper, check the shoes, get it poppin'. Eating good, feeling good. Where my hopping John at? Put it on a plate with some lemonade. That's the way we did it in the old days. Back then, mama said, get up, walk up, play. But you better not come home like that. Street lights, we was young racing. Street lights, carefree was the best time. Fast forward, daydreaming about the next time. When it's gonna happen again, cause I just wanna have fun. Come and pick me up, meet me at the spot. Up all night till the sunrise. Pop back cool, get ready for the ride. Don't it feel good? Don't it feel good? Don't it feel good? How you feel? Turn it up a notch, pop up clean room. Everyday celebration, take a trip vacation. You deserve a day, you deserve a day off. Working for too long, gotta kick back. Turn my cell phone off, wait till I get back. Ooh, yeah, this that. Living my life with no regrets. So I title, link up, pull up on me. We did chillin', at the spot. What time? Anytime, link up, pull up on me. We the coolin', the chill spot. What time? Party time. I just wanna have fun. Come and pick me up, meet me at the spot. Up all night till the sunrise. Pop back cool, get ready for the ride. Don't it feel good? Don't it feel good? Don't it feel?
Everything for it.
Legend, one of one, el 22. Con todos los números que ha puesto, acabó con todo. El Bronx, Yankee, que viva New York. El Bronx, que viva New York. El Bronx, que viva New York. Los mejores fanáticos están en Nueva York. El Bronx, el Bronx, el Bronx. Soto, sácala. El Bronx, Yankee, que viva New York. Los mejores fanáticos están en Nueva York. 4 bates de estrella, 4 bates de plata. En la competencia de jonrones, Soto la saca. Sí, pero a más de 1000 pies. Plátano power, tú sabes que es lo que es. Soto, dando la pared en el terreno. Tú estás claro, lo mío no es veneno. Cuando se hable béisbol, los americanos y los latinos son lo mejor, una leyenda. Campeón de serie mundial, cuando Soto está en el bate nadie le puede pichar. Yo digo Yankee, ustedes dicen
Serie mundial.
Oh, yeah, baby. You guys already know what it is on this All Rise. Oh, we coming out there. We back to the top of the American League East, baby. It is New York Yankee postseason time right around the corner, and you better believe we're hype about it, because guess what? Last year, we didn't have it. We didn't have it. This year, we do, baby. This year, we do.
We had it all this year, not just a playoff berth, like, you know, the birdies celebrated a couple of days ago. Nah, but the division is ours. Ladies and gentlemen, the American League Eastern Division runs through the BX borough, baby.
Facts. Runs right through the BX borough. And I'm sorry, I hate doing this, but I gotta address a moron in the chat. You know, this is the most controversial show on all of sports.
Exactly.
I have a moron here saying, I see no Italian culture being represented. Hey, asshole, you see what my last name is, bitch? There you go. I'll leave it to you like that. What a fucking idiot. Anyway, we'll continue on from there. The New York Yankees, folks, you already know the deal, as I said before. Let me switch on over to this. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Oh,
and look,
yeah.
I gotta look. You guys know how we do. You guys know how we do over here at the U. You know how we do over here at the U. I do this all the time. We can admit when we're wrong. We're going to pat ourselves on the back when we're right. Pete Simonetti, right here. Right here, this guy. Okay?
Look at him.
Look at me. I had the Baltimore Orioles winning the division. But you know what's fair? Here's my excuse right now. Now I'm gonna play the game that I'm not walking nothing back.
Nah.
But Gerrit Cole said it's okay, so that's all that matters.
Exactly. Hey,
I get a pass because Gerrit Cole said it's okay.
you do get a pass. Now that Pete, he took his accountability. I'm about to talk my shit.
Pat yourself on the back.
I'm about to talk my shit because
Go ahead, you son of a bitch.
I told y'all, baby. The Yankees, they actually 2 wins away from making me look like Nostradamus, okay?
Did you have 95?
I had them at 95 wins.
I had them at 93.
And they got
Where
93
they are right now. And by the way, I don't want them. I don't want them to lose.
No.
I don't want them to lose, 3 games in a row. I want Francis to be right. I wanted Francis to be right on the East also. I didn't want the Orioles to win. It's just what I thought. Of course. Oh,
you said it in the when we did the roundtable beginning of the season. He said, "I hope you guys are right." I'm just saying. I right now it's tough. It's hard to see. And listen, I'm joking. I'm saying I'm gonna talk my shit. Whatever. Of course, it's good. But again, we said it way back then. The beautiful thing about baseball, it's 162, and it's almost impossible to predict. Like we all put out these predictions, but let's be honest, it's based on feel. And when I think back to my prediction back then, I left a lot of room, for error because I was like, look, I'm picking the Yankees, but I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be a dogfight all year. That ended up being the exact case but it wasn't the dogfight that I thought it was going to be. See,
yeah.
I thought it was going to be a dogfight all year. Like we're going to be winning. The Orioles are going to be winning back and forth. It ended up being a mid-off for the last 2
right.
between the Orioles and the Yankees.
It's funny because I got the Yankees. Like one of the things I wanted to talk about today was like the month-by-month record.
Yeah.
And you could really see how there was that long period of time there where it was like nobody wanted to take the lead. And then the Yankees have had actually a pretty good September.
No, exactly. That's been the difference. And it's interesting, bro, because I like I said, I thought it was going to be, a dogfight between, 2 pit bulls going at each other, Rottweilers going at each other. It ended up being 2 Chihuahuas barking from across the street the last couple of months. But listen.
Until the Yankees found their balls again for a little bit here, and now we're just taking off.
The most important thing is that in September, the Yankees seem to remember a little bit, who they were. They started making some decent decisions, even though there's still some boneheaded ones mixed in there. And when you look at the season overall, as we go into this final series of the regular season, you're probably going to look at it and say, they bookended the season very well. They started hot, they finished kind of hot. If you win the division when it's all said and done, it's hard to be mad at it, especially if they end up locking the number 1 seed up too. Yeah. So
no doubt, man.
I really think they need that home field. I think that's important.
And the other thing too, remember, I think what's his name? I always forget his last name, but I want to give him a little credit here. The librarian kid, Joe.
Oh,
Randazzo. My bad, Joe. But he put out something today talking about how it's been a roller coaster ride, and Yankee fans should really be excited about this team winning the East. And it's true because remember, a lot of the influence early on. When we were in spring training, Francis, the first couple of days, we knew Soto was here. We knew Gerrit Cole was anchoring this staff. We were super excited about how good this team could be.
Oh, yeah.
When Gerrit Cole went down, it made you look at the rotation and go, look, as much as I believed in Carlos Rodon, did I think he would go out there and pitch just about every start this year? And if you take away that bad stretch, he's been one of the best pitchers in the American League. Did I ever think that was going to happen? Did I ever think, look, as much as I talked about, by the way, you could talk about things that you were missed on, but also talk about things that we hit on. I don't know how many people were talking up Louis Hill as much as I was this offseason.
No.
I was telling everybody, go watch his videos. Look at what he's doing. Look how much work he's putting in. Don't forget about Louis Hill. Never expected.
Even before the offseason, to be honest. Because
well before.
Like in the summer of last
Yes.
season, and you were talking about it like he looks really good. He's
You
working
could
really
see
hard.
him. You could see how
Yeah.
hard he was working out and all that. And I remember even saying, I never thought he would be the starter he was this year. No way in hell. I didn't expect that even. But I thought he would have, you know, an appearance and find a spot. I didn't know it was going to necessarily be what he's done now.
Yeah.
But when you looked at it back then and see that this team now has locked in the East, and I saw some Baltimore Orioles fans saying that it took them this long. I'm like, bro, shut the fuck up. Like, let's be honest here.
Yeah.
You guys knew this division was yours. Many Yankee fans were even in the back of their mind being like, I don't like the Orioles. You know why you dislike a team or you start to hate a team? It's the same thing with the Astros, because they're good. And you know they're good. So you see it as that competition. You go, they are competition. As much as I know the Yankees, I know those birds are still there. I know they're there. And look, I got another prediction here to make, and we're going to get to this a lot on Monday. I don't think it's the last time we've seen the Orioles. I don't think it's the last time we've seen the Orioles. I believe, as I'll pull this up right here, I believe we're headed for an ALDS matchup against the Baltimore Orioles. That's my prediction early. I think it's destined to happen. It makes all the sense in the world. And look, this is what people say about the postseason. I'm not a big fan, Francis, of saying just get in. But let's be honest here, because I always say this, though. There is a reality of just get in. I don't like the mindset of it, but there is a reality to it. If the Orioles defeat the Royals and they play the Yankees in the ALDS, the AL East doesn't mean shit anymore.
No, because the real determining factor will be that DS.
Facts. That's it.
It's just the truth. If we end up matching up with them for the ALDS, that will be the deciding factor. And I'm telling you, you're saying it now, and it's a fact. I've been saying, I was saying it a little while back, that I feel like we're on a collision course with them in October. I didn't know if it was going to be the DS. A couple months back, I was thinking more so the Yankees probably end up coming in through the wild card. Baltimore ends up, winning the division. We play different people for the DS and end up meeting in the championship series. But now it looks like it's gonna shake out to Yankees Baltimore for the ALDS. And yeah, bro, look, the division was nice. Seeing the guys popping ace of spades in the Bronx with the pinstripes on.
Facts.
Yo, it's a good feeling, bro. For real,
It's a great feeling. It's a feeling I think that every single Yankee fan starts to think about once spring training starts to hit. Or I tell you what, I started thinking about it. Yeah, guys, I will be covering. Chris Perez just asked if we're going to be doing wild card games. Oh, yeah. I'll be traveling maybe for the final game if there is one, but the first 2 days I have you guys covered. And I will call probably Baltimore, Kansas City is probably the one that makes the most sense for us to look at, because we're Yankee fans and that's the matchup. So that's the ones that I'll definitely be covering for you guys on game season. But what I was going to say before that is I started thinking about these guys celebrating and popping bottles on December 6th when the Yankees traded for Juan Soto. It's crazy, again, the minute that deal happened, I think we all sat there and we all said to ourselves, this is a World Series move. So from that very day on, we all looked at this as it feels a lot more World Series or bust this year, because the Yankees haven't made a move of that stature in a long time to get arguably one of the top 5 offensive talents in Major League Baseball. They went out there, paired it up with Aaron Judge, and we could have very well predicted that duo would be good. I don't know if anybody really could have predicted that this duo could have been this great. I mean, they're one of the most elite duos for a single season right now, because that's all we have of all time in baseball history.
This is definitely one of the best single season performances for a duo in the history of the game, and I don't think there's really any argument there. And I agree 100%. We, as much as we knew that both of these guys are, transcendent talents. I mean, the generational Juan Soto and freaking the legend that is Aaron Judge. there's no way that we were predicting Aaron Judge flirting with another 60 home run season, and that we were predicting, Juan Soto, putting in an MVP type season if it wasn't for Aaron Judge and, Bobby Witt probably having a little bit of a better season. It's honestly, man, we've been blessed to see what we saw. I hope, I'm sure we're going to go over this Monday, but that's another thing I wanted to definitely take a lap on is that when we spoke about Soto, we asked if who thought he was going to break his record and finally get to 40 home runs. That's another thing that I said sure he was going to do. And
100%.
He's got what, 41?
Got 41. He got 41. And it's funny you bring that up because I do think, look, there's a lot of wins on the New York Yankees this year, but I do think the biggest win you can talk about is Soto and Judge.
Yes.
Because not any time, and this is, you can look at many times throughout history where a team added a player. Hell, you can look at the Yankees alone. When they've added somebody, you go, oh, shit, this duo. Look, again, I don't want this to come across as slander or knock to Stanton. We're going to talk about Stanton. He looks like he's getting hot at the right time, and he always shows up in October. But when they got Stanton, when he won the MVP, what was it? How many homers these guys can hit together? Holy crap. Like, you're looking at 100 home runs combined with these guys. That's how good they are. And again, that shows the level of talent of Stanton. It didn't play out that way. Not many times it does. The Yankees went out there and gave up. You could start to make the case Michael King is a top of the rotation starter. Is that fair?
I think you can make the case of him being he's somewhere in the top 3, 2 or 3.
That's right. I mean, he's a number. Yeah. He has an under 3 ERA for San Diego. He's leading that team to a very good year. So the deal has worked out
on some teams.
He's a one on many teams.
He's a one on some teams. That's not.
I mean, you can you'll make the argument he could be a 2 on the Yankees. I mean, if you really want to make that argument, he could be a 2 on the Yanks. That's how good his year has been. And mind you, you can also do the same thing that you did with Carlos Rodon, and that's why I think it's hard a lot of times. Well, if you take away, I mean, it happened. There's been some outings this year where Michael King gave up 7 runs, I think maybe a couple of times. So other than those few outings, he's been phenomenal. As Izzy just said in the chat, King is a top 5 in the National League this year. I don't think that's far-fetched whatsoever, but I do want to focus on Soto and Judge because this doesn't always happen. I'm going to pull this up really quickly.
Oof.
I mean, this is Soto.
Wow.
That's Judge. These are mammoth seasons. We call this on here, that's a serial killer page. It's all red. Look at all that red. All that red is there for Soto and for Judge. And mind you, another thing I want to talk about this dynamic duo really quickly, Soto and Judge, what they have meant, how it actually has worked out. Judge moved from right field. I'll play center field. Let's not forget that. Let's not forget that this man is 6'7", patrolling center field. And in that year of doing it, he's going to win an MVP. He's the captain of the Yankees. There's no doubt about that. There's no denying who the captain of this club is. It is Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge is on pace potentially. Got 3 games to go to hit 60 homers again. He got 58 right now. Juan Soto, on the other hand, as you said earlier, friends, he broke his home run record. He got 41 home runs this year. He's having a phenomenal season. He's right up there with the best of the league. But since day one, folks, since day one, this duo has been everything and more that we've expected. Soto has taken to New York, and not all the time you get that. A big player comes to the pinstripes where we know it's heavy and just goes, I'm eating this up. I'm living in the moment. I'm going to have the year I'm going to have, and then I'm going to go into free agency, and I'm going to let those guys upstairs figure it out. He's answered everything correctly. Yep. He's done everything correctly. Judge has continued to do everything correctly. Yep. This duo is something that we all got to remember needs to stay together, and I just hope, and I believe. I think it's why we all believe the Yankees can win this year is because of these two are in that lineup. Continue it in the postseason. Make yourselves be known. Bring it home and lock Soto up long term so we can see this duo for years to come.
I think as great as the season has been for both of them, I think they still got one more trick up their sleeve when it comes to October. And especially when we talk about the captain, Aaron Judge, I think, listen, man, Judge is our guy. We've said it time and time again. This guy is amazing. Like, we're lucky to be living in a time where we get to look at this guy, wear pinstripes, and be our freaking guy and represent us in the way that he does. But ask him, I bet you he'd tell you himself. To this point in October, he hasn't been the player that he knows he can be, that we know he can be.
Of
And I
course.
think 2024 is that year. This is that year that he finally gets that off his back. And I think he is gonna go on a little bit of a fuck you tour in October, man. I think the lineup is finally poised to protect him just enough to where he's gonna be able to have his say come this October. And I'm really excited to see what a hot Judge in October looks like. I mean, we've seen him hit big home runs throughout the regular season.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's had a wild card home run and stuff. He's hit a couple, in the postseason, but not just talking about the big. I'm talking about just overall big games from Aaron Judge in the postseason. I can't wait to see that.
Yep.
And I think this is the year that we're gonna see it. And if we're gonna win, we have to see it.
And that's it right there, right? That's it right there. We know the Yankees move the way Judge moves.
Yep.
Soto and Judge being the the dominant force in any lineup in the postseason. Come to any team, they need to be the standouts. They have to be. And now look, are there going to be the unsung heroes? There always is. There's always the unsung hero that you get to look at and go, man, you remember Louis Soho?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You remember that small hit that was so big from the unsung hero. It always happens. And that's, again, where I want to give a shout out and a salute to Stanton.
Yeah.
Big G being a guy that many people in the offseason, during the beginning of the year, as he struggled a little bit, many people, including myself, not necessarily saying give up on him, but lowering expectations quite a bit to maybe a level that even G will look at and be like, come on, guys, that low? If I hit 220 and pop 25 homers, you guys are happy? Stanton, in my opinion, there's going to be some people that go, yeah, but I don't think that's over-exceeding. I think he over-exceeded this year based on expectations. Based on kind of what people thought he would give, I feel like Stanton performed better than that. Has he been streaky? Yeah, he's been streaky, no doubt about it. Has he had ups and downs? Yeah, no doubt about it. But overall, across the board, if Stanton didn't get hurt this year, he might have hit 40 homers.
It's tough to argue with that with that statement, to be honest with you, because look, a lot of people can say, yeah, you look at the numbers. I mean, it doesn't necessarily jump off the page. I mean, this is a former MVP, but let's call a spade here. Brian Cashman was literally holding court last offseason, telling everybody who would listen that essentially Giancarlo was washed. All right.
Yeah.
Facts. Injuries are a part of his game.
Facts.
And we got to pretty much take what we can get from him at this stage in the game. Like, we're not expecting him to be necessarily the running mate for Aaron Judge anymore. And we're at a point where it's like, look, we're going to take what we can get from him essentially. And if you look at his numbers and you look at what he was able to do when he was healthy and playing this year, how do you not say he exceeded expectations? I think people would not have batted an eye if he hit 205 and only hit 10 or 12 home runs. I think people would have been talking a bunch of shit like, oh, he sucks, or whatever, but they wouldn't have been surprised. That's what they were expecting. So yeah, while people would have spoken down about him, it wouldn't have been out of surprise. It would have just been out of, oh, this is what he is now. And he came and proved that that's not what he is. At least not yet. That's not what he is. And you said it earlier, man. It looks like he's kind of rounding right into form at the right time. And you can say whatever you want about Giancarlo Stanton, but one thing that every fan who watches this team knows is, for whatever reason, every postseason that he's played with us, he's shown up, every single one. So as of right now, I have no reason to believe he's not about to show up again. So he's another guy who I'm excited to see in October, because playoff G has been a thing. where he's wearing pinstripes. So I can't wait to see what he does in this lineup come October. I think he's going to be a big part. I think he's definitely going to have a game or two where he plays a big role in us, coming out on top with a victory.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, look, I'm looking at his post game, just postseason, his postseason career. The guy in 96 at bats, 110 plate appearances, he has a 963 OPS.
It's ridiculous, bro.
A 963 OPS. That is 27 games of being in the postseason. Now, mind you,
that's a month.
But here's the thing. People are probably going to say, oh, yeah, but how much of that was with the Yankees? Well, all of it was with the Yankees.
He didn't go to the postseason with the Marlins.
He didn't go to the postseason anywhere else. So that's the thing, right? We got to, a lot of times we see it for what it is, but then we also got to kind of peel the onion a little bit. And remember, one of the biggest things we want from these players is that players step up in the postseason. You don't get much more than this, guys. Again, an OPS of 963. He's slugging 635 in his career in the postseason. That's 11 homers and 96 ABs. So this is a guy that is a power threat, and the power carries over into the biggest moments of the postseason.
Yep.
And that's exactly what you want to see from Stanton. And let's hope that that continues this year. We're going to need him. We're going to need somebody else in there. Like we talk about Soto or Judge, but we just said that other unsung hero that's going to step into those big moments. It could be anybody. It could be anybody.
For sure. There's a couple different names. And I think when you're an opposing pitcher, what scares you with Stanton is that you just never really know with him. Like you look at the home run last night off of Burns, and the pitch prior, he is literally flailing, I believe, on a slider that's well off the plate. I mean, you're Corbin Burns, you're up there. You're like, I couldn't have beat him any better than that just now. I couldn't have beat him any better than that on that pitch right there. And elite pitchers will see a swing like that and think, yeah, I probably got this guy. Maybe go back to the same pitch, maybe switch it up, go inside, and then go right back to it or whatever. The very next pitch, Stanton puts it in the seats. But again,
phenomenal.
It's like that's not like
all arms.
A weird thing. That's not like a rare occurrence. This is who Giancarlo Stanton is. Like this is who he is. He in the same at bat, he can look completely overmatched on a breaking ball. And then a couple pitches later, put one 15 rows deep. That's just who he is. And in October, that's a very scary hitter to have at the plate, especially with runners on base. Because it's like, okay, I gotta strike this guy out, or like I don't want to walk him. Okay, like let me go after him, but I gotta be careful if I go after him. I make one mistake, and he's changing the scoreboard, and that's good to have. That's great to have if you're
no doubt. It's important. I mean, look, let's be honest here. The home run ball changes postseason.
Oh, yeah.
We've seen it time and time again. The big home run. You can go through Yankee history alone and talk about the game-changing home runs in the postseason.
Oh yeah.
I mean, come on, man. As Tino Martinez, the home run in upper deck in right field, the 2001 World Series. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Aaron Boone.
Jeter, Mr. November.
Mr. November. I mean, it goes on and on and on. Shit, you can even go back to the last run in 2017, Greg Bird. The homer to right field that just, tore the house down. This is the type of stuff that happens in the postseason, but we would be a little bit off if we don't talk about who was on the mound last night for the Yankees. And Gerrit Cole. I one of the big parts of my toast to the 2024 New York Yankees yesterday was specifically about how we got that news. And I remember Francis more than anybody because he collapsed to the floor. Francis, if you've been to Tampa, some of you guys was there with us. DJ Steele was there.
Yes.
But if you've been to Tampa, they got the field over here and they got a middle area where fans like to stand around. It's a grassy area. It's a nice little area.
Right next to the practice field.
Right next to the practice field. We get the news and Francis collapses to the floor. Right there. We went live with you guys talking about it. And the only thing that we're all thinking about when it came to the UCL, elbow, what are you thinking about? He's out for the year.
Yep.
We don't have the ace. After all this news, this is this is just everything that we've been dealing with the last multiple years. We can never have anything good.
It was crazy, bro. I just couldn't believe it.
It was horrible.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, we get Soto, and this is the next news that we get.
It's like what we've been used to at this point. But the beautiful thing, right, about all that is from that moment to yesterday, Gerrit Cole showed up and he showed out. He took the ball, and yeah, you may sit there and go, I wouldn't say it's the biggest game of the year because they're going to win a division. Like, they got to beat them in one game. But mind you, when you think that, let me just remind you of something real quick. You were facing Corbin Burns and the Baltimore Orioles. Not that Corbin Burns was bad. He was phenomenal. He made one bad pitch to Stanton, and you can't even really say it was a bad pitch. Stanton just went out and got it.
Exactly.
He just went out and got it. He got that type of power.
Yep.
But you can make the case that maybe it was one of the biggest starts of the year. He pitched the Yankees back into a division title. They win the AL East. He also showed the Orioles that if you do end up facing me, remember who Gerrit Cole is. Remember who Gerrit Cole is and how bad I can make that good offense. That, by the way, they got Westberg back. They got these other guys back they didn't have in the last series that Oriole fans were talking about. Oh, because these guys were hurt. They're back now. They were back yesterday.
Oh, they were there.
And Gerrit Cole, being the ace he is, showed up and showed out. So from not knowing we were going to have him to pitching the way he did, I'm excited that Gerrit Cole will take the ball in ALDS game 1.
I really can't say enough about Cole's performance last night. Even going back to the performance in Oakland, from everything that happens, it seems like since our event, right? Because that was a really rough day. To be a Yankees fan, to be a Gerrit Cole guy, and we are Gerrit, because a couple Gerrit Cole guys here at the U, and bro, it was a tough day because it's like you just hate seeing that from a guy that like you believe in, from a guy that you freaking go to bat for. I mean, this is Gerrit Cole is special for us, man. We wanted this guy since he was a Pirate. Okay, like we always felt like he was gonna be here, and he belonged here, that he was gonna be the ace. He was like the prince that was promised almost. And we finally get him. And
you know nothing, Gerrit Cole.
Exactly. We finally get him. He wins a Cy Young last year. We're riding high. We're thinking, oh shit, we're almost there. We get Soto, and it's like, all right, bro, let's roll. And then he gets hurt, and it's like, oh shit. And then he comes back from the injury, but it's a little bit of a grind when he first comes back, and you don't know, like, is this just typical rehab stuff, or is this who he is now? Is this just the version that we're gonna get? And then you get that Red Sox thing, like I told you, and it's like it just doesn't. The vibes were like kind of at an all-time low with Cole there.
Yeah, that was tough. The 4 fingers, is that what you're talking about?
It was
that's. I still don't want to even think about that because I can still see many ways it could be utilized, and that's worst case scenario. I don't even want to think about it. But that was a low point. That was definitely a low point for me this year.
I'm telling you, that was a punch. It was a punch in the gut, and then to see how he responded to that, like. It just kind of felt like he knew, like the way once he saw like how that game unfolded and kind of like the backlash and the way people responded, you could kind of tell when he went out in Oakland, like he knew, yeah, man, like I need to get the dog back. I need to get that fire back, because he went out in Oakland and shoved, and he was angry, and then he came out last night, and when Gerrit Cole is pitching angry. Listen, good fucking luck, man. When Gerrit Cole is pitching angry, that is probably the last pitcher you want to see. I'm telling you. And I love it. And I love it. If he just can keep his composure and stay focused, man, and not let, some of the little ancillary things get him off his game and get him out of his. I mean, this guy's special, bro. And he proved it last night. And I'm with you. I can't wait to watch him take the ball game 1 in the Bronx, pinstripes, with a freaking zoo behind him. I can't.
Oh, it's gonna be absolutely wild. And just looking too for a lot of people that may look up and go, you know, a 3.41 ERA, that doesn't really, that's not Gerrit Cole. Let me just help you out a little bit here, okay? Because again, numbers could be a little deceiving until you really take a look at them. If you look at the overall year for Gerrit Cole, he's thrown 95 innings overall for the Yanks this year. So 95 innings pitched, 3.51 ERA, 99 Ks in 95 innings. If you go over his last 15, reminder again, 95 innings, right? His last 15, he's thrown 87 innings. So what are you looking at right there? That's about 8 innings different. 8 innings difference, okay? From a 3.41 ERA overall. You look at just his last 15. He's 8-4 with a 2.90 ERA. 87 innings, 94 strikeouts. So the Gerrit Cole that we saw early was ramping up a little bit, ramping up on things, getting to where he needed to be. But he has been the Gerrit Cole of last season. Yeah. And many, based on results, I'll read them off to you right here. 8-4, 15 starts, 2.90 ERA, 87 innings, 68 hits, a 106 whip, 94 strikeouts. And his last 7, his whip is 0.84.
Yeah.
So you're getting the ace. So anybody concerned, they look up and go, well, he had a 3.40, because I've heard that a couple of times. Wasn't really an ace type Gerrit Cole. To be fair, actually it was. You take away those 8 innings that he started, the guy pitched to a 2.90 ERA in 15 starts. I mean, his last 15 starts, he was phenomenal for the Yankees.
But doesn't, like, when you look at those numbers and you really put it into perspective, that should make people feel even better, because it kind of tells a story of a guy who is getting into mid-season form. Only it's October.
Yeah, that's right.
There's a lot of bad things that come with injuries and missing time and everything, but there's also positives that you don't really hear about until after the fact. And it wouldn't shock me if the Yankees do make a deep run, hell, win it all. And the story from a lot of people is, how good was Gerrit Cole this October? How phenomenal? I mean, you couldn't ask for more. He was lights out. I mean, he just looked phenomenal. And then somebody responding with, well, it's the freshest he's ever been in October. This is gonna be an October where he's going in with not even 100 innings on his arm yet. Let's be honest. He's coming in with a very fresh arm for October.
Facts.
And his numbers are telling us that he's kind of rounding into mid-season form with that arm. I mean, I don't know, bro, but I'm telling you, I feel like good things are coming, and I think Gerrit Cole is going to be right in the middle of it. And as crazy as it may sound, it wouldn't shock me if a month from now we're talking about, damn, that injury might have been a blessing in disguise.
Could be.
It saved them for the most important part of the time of year.
Could be. And the other thing too, I want to throw out there when it comes to Gerrit Cole. A lot of people also bring up Gerrit Cole's age. Gerrit Cole pitches here at 34 years old. The guy struck out. I forgot who that one strikeout was against, that he threw the knuckle curve, and the umpire was like, it's a bit high, even though it was a strike.
It wasn't
Santander?
I think it was Santander, yeah.
And then he just rears back and throws a 98-mile-an-hour fastball right by him up in the zone and just walks off the mound like, yeah, this is my fucking house. Like, he should have did that thing again.
Listen, I liked the stare down even better. I gotta tell you, because it was just like,
stare down was fire.
I tweeted one of the picture, the video, him throwing the pitch, and I was like, if you were ever wondering what a fuck you fastball looked like,
that was it.
This is the perfect description. I'm telling you, all you fans out there, if you guys have ever been confused when we use the term "fu fastball," like, what is that? What does that mean? Just look at that video from Gerrit Cole last night. That 98 miles an hour up and in, and he's swinging. There's nothing you could do with that pitch, and it's a strike.
Yep. Facts.
Yeah, that's a FU fastball.
No doubt. Before we get into your guys' voicemails, I knew you guys wanted to talk today, and we got a shit ton of voicemails to get to. We did get a lot of super chats and member chats, so I want to go over those real quick. The Scotty Horowitz says, realistically, how concerned are you about the Tigers? I'm going to say something now, and I kind of alluded to this during the game season and post game yesterday. Whoever's in front of us, we just got to play them. We got to win. We got to beat them. There is no necessary. You want to look at matchups? Fine. You want to look at matchups? Fine. That's okay. You want to say, well, I feel a little more. Okay, understandable. But the word of being concerned, I'm not concerned about nobody. I'm not. When that comes to the postseason, my mindset is put them in front of us. If we're going to win, we're going to fucking win. It doesn't matter who's in front of us. If this team is going to win and this team is going to play, look, I'm going to use Aaron Boone's line.
Uh-oh.
It's right in front of us. Legitimately. When it's the postseason time, the regular season's done. Now it's right in front of you. It doesn't matter who you stand in front of us. Yeah. If we are meant to bring it home, then we're going to bring it home. It doesn't matter who is there. That's the way I see it.
You want to know the team that concerns me most? The New York Yankees. That is the team that concerns me most. Okay? I'm not concerned with, Baltimore. I'm not concerned with Kansas City. I'm not concerned with Detroit. I'm not concerned with Houston. All right? I'm not concerned with Cleveland. I'm concerned with the New York. Don't even ask me about the National League right now. That's way down the line. I'm not even thinking about them right now. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to the Mets. Good luck to them. That's about it from me. But I'm not concerned with any other team that is not the New York Yankees because, like Pete just said, it doesn't matter who's on the other side of the field. This postseason, it's up to the Yankees. And I don't care what anybody. There's going to be a lot of beat writers and people out there that are going to be picking a bunch of different teams to beat now. Oh, these guys are the team to beat, or these guys. It doesn't have to be these guys. I don't care what anybody says. Anybody not saying that the New York Yankees are the team to beat in the American League is lying to you. They're lying.
Facts.
I love the way John Carlos said it last night. He's like, "Are you guys a team to beat?" He's like, "Well, we better be. That's the point, right?"
Boom.
Nobody gets it. Nobody gets it the way that John Carlos get it. But that's it right there. That's the mentality. Are you guys a team to beat? Yeah, we better fucking be. We better fucking be. And who should the Yankees be concerned with? Nobody but themselves. They need to be concerned with everybody in that clubhouse.
That's right.
We're not worrying about, if Tariq Skubal, if we got to face him. No, fuck that. Because we got to hit regardless. We got to hit whoever. The other day, Dean Kramer shut them down. You can't be, we can't be sitting here worrying about, is this guy going to, what about Seth Lugo? We might have to face them. No. My concern is the Yankees.
That's right. That's bottom line. That's it right there. Francis hits the nail right in the coffin, as Ra just said. But we got a couple of more chats here. We got the show 247 says no power on this side due to the storm. I hope all is well, brother. Still tuning into All Rise. What's up, chat? What's good, Pete? What's up, my brother? How you doing? Replay Op says if Holmes saved half of the 12 games he blown, this division would have been locked up a week ago. Cannot disagree with that. But look, that's why we talk about this a lot. And I'm not a big. At times, you could always throw jabs. All right, jabs are an easy thing to throw. But Bad Dog, my good friend Bad Dog Sports, we talked about this one day. Baseball's probably the hardest sport to predict. It's so friggin' long. Francis said this not that long ago either. Francis said the team could look different. Like, it could be a brand new team come September. I mean, the team that started could look completely different. Like they went through a metamorphosis. Like, that's a brand new club. What are you talking about? How does that even make sense? And the reason I bring that up is how many people, when Luke Weaver signed for $2 million, I could throw jabs all day. At least I could say I was one of them that said, that's a hell of a deal. $2 million for
we may have been the only two people, because I remember DS that week.
Yeah.
And we did a whole segment on, this is actually a very good deal for the Yankees.
It's a very good deal. Guys are getting $19 million. This man got $2 million.
Don't let me go in the archives, because I'll pull that clip and have a lot of people eating shit. Because I'm
sure I got a tweet. I could probably find a tweet right now from me talking about Luke Weaver.
I remember that episode like it was yesterday. Like, we were both like, I don't know why people are mad at this one. This might be. I remember we were saying shit like, this is a sneaky good move. Like, just putting it out there that everybody complaining about it doesn't really know how good this guy can actually be. Now look at him.
And that's my point. Who the hell would have thought when the New York Yankees signed him for $2 million, Luke Weaver would be the closer that we're all excited to see late in games? Who the hell would have thought that?
Isn't it just, I don't know, this is the way my mind works, but I got to say it. Isn't it just so Yankees that, like, they still play the entrance music for Clay Holmes, even though like he's not the closer. So like, I'm not trying to throw shots. I'm just saying, y'all, like, it's not funny to y'all. Like, yo, the Yankees are so discombobulated, bro. Like, un disparate que we got going on at the stadium that a guy comes into the 7th with an entrance, but the guy who's probably coming in the 9th doesn't have an entrance. And I'm not saying they need to make Luke Weaver an entrance. I'm not saying that at all. No, it's too early. Don't do nothing like that. But I also thought it was premature with Clay. That's all I'm saying.
It was. I think we both said that. And you know the thing was, it never really hit. It was like a song.
I don't like it. I never.
Bro, it never hit, bro.
White Horse?
It never hit, man.
It's a White Horse. It sounds like a cocaine anthem, bro. I'm not with that.
It just never hit. That shit was meant for Miami or something like that. Like it never really hit. We got a super chat here from Rod Thompson. It says, "Happy Francis Friday. Sorry, Francis, I was running. Hit me up after. Happy birthday to my amazing fiance, Darissa. Yes, of course.
Hey, happy B-Day.
Happy birthday to Darissa. No doubt about it, OV.
Hey.
We got
that Soto shuffle all day.
Percy. Percy in the chat says, playoff Gerrit and playoff Stanton activated. Great W last night. 11 more wins is what it is going to take. He said, yeah, Kev also said, yeah, that was ass when they played an entrance in the 8th inning yesterday.
Bro, you see? I forgot. See, Kev was there.
He was there.
So I'm not, just so y'all know, it's not just Francis trying to be whatever. Kev was at the stadium and he's telling y'all it was ass. That shit is weird. We have 8th inning entrances now, bro. Like, is that like a consolation prize for Clay? Like, look, you're not the closer anymore, but we're not going to take away your music, okay? You get to keep the White Horse.
Keep the White Horse, baby.
Like,
and do a little, and Clay, do a little White Horse in the postseason. If
I'm not gonna lie to you. Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Get you going.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Cocaine Clay might be a fire thing. I listen. I'm not trying to. Listen, kids, don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs, damn it. It's not good for you.
Don't do drugs.
You don't get to the major leagues that way.
Don't do drugs. But let me tell you, Cocaine Clay, it might be something. Let's put it
Macho King said, play the 80s version. 80s Clay? 80s Clay? Come on, man. 80s Clay might have been an absolute thing. I don't know. It might have been a unit, all right? 80s Clay might have been a unit.
Which wrestler did they make? Oh, no, I didn't see Clay's wrestler. Kev was there. It was funny, though, the way that they did the wrestlers.
I got a problem with that, by the way. Who in the hell thought it was a good idea? Anthony Volpe as Ric Flair? You couldn't be more off in personalities or persons in general.
Yeah.
Anthony Volpe is a saint, according to everything we hear.
He's the greatest. Everybody who speaks about Volpe says,
"Oh, he's the greatest kid ever."
Is salt of the earth, best type of person you can ever meet.
Facts.
So
he comes across that way. To be honest, he really does. Anthony does come across that way. To throw Ric Flair at Anthony Volpe,
they might know something we don't. Maybe they pop bottles. They were popping bottles in Seattle, and Volpe let out a.
Maybe he's a real kiss-stealing son of a gun. Who knows? I'm just saying. Maybe he's a real kiss-stealing son of a gun. I don't know, man.
How'd you feel about Judge as Hulkamania?
That's a good one. That's all right. I mean, he's the top of the line. Hulk Hogan is the powerhouse. He is the top of the line. Who do they have as Soto?
Oh, shit. I don't
Kev's
know.
in the chat. I wonder if Kev could tell us. Who do they have as Soto on that one?
I saw that one, too.
Macho King said Ric Flair's a psychopath.
No,
That's what I'm saying. Volpe? Come on, man.
Mario posted all of them, and I can't remember. Shoot, who was Soto? I remember they said Jazz was the Undertaker.
Jazz is the Undertaker. I remember that.
Damn, who was Soto then? I don't remember, bro.
The funny thing is, I know some people were kind of laughing about the Jazz one. Soto was Latin Heat. Latino Heat? Eddie Guerrero?
Oh, Soto was Eddie Guerrero? That's fire. If Soto was Eddie Guerrero, that's fire.
That's not bad. I would have had Soto as The Rock. The reason I would have had him as The Rock, because The Rock is a great talker and he's also a trash talker.
Exactly.
Soto had many times this year when he talked trash.
Oh, that's who Soto is. I can't wait.
100%.
I can't wait because that's one of my favorite things about Soto is the attitude. You remember the World Series where Bregman hit the home run and he was holding the bat, and then Soto hit the home run and carried his shit all the way to. I said, "Yeah, buddy,
Yep.
that's that energy right there. I like that. Bring that."
They had Stanton as the Rock. I can see that too. I'm okay with that. That doesn't bother me as much. They had Stanton as the Rock.
And also Stanton did the costume that year. He did the Rock fanny pack.
I just think if you're going by personality, Soto is a lot more outspoken.
So Soto doesn't lie, cheat, or steal?
Well, I don't know. Maybe we'll have to ask him.
So in that case,
we might have to ask him. I don't know.
So did they make Gleyber Torres Chavo Guerrero? Ooh, Gleyber. Bet, Bennett. Yeah, we won the division last night, baby. It's a good morning.
Latino heat. Latino heat. That was my shit. Oh, I did that to my son one time. I was like, you should come out when you come out to the Latino heat.
I see my brother in the chat earlier. I wonder if he's still here. Yo, we used to have a ball with Eddie and Chavo Guerrero, bro.
Legendary. Greatest
Eddie Guerrero, man.
Frog splash of all time. All right. That's it. Greatest damn frog splash of all friggin' time. But let's get into your guys' favorite part of the show. That is your voicemails. Let's get to the very first one.
Hey, this is Joey from the Bronx.
I gotta be careful
baby.
what I say after this voicemail.
How you doing, fellas? How you doing? AL East champions. Let us go. It was one hell of a regular season. It was quite the roller coaster. Lots of ups and downs, lots of concerns, lots of moves. Well, maybe not so many moves, but still, I got to tell you, I wasn't expecting it to end this way, but I'm sure glad it did.
Facts.
Congratulations to you for another regular season completed where you called almost pretty much every single freaking game.
Yeah.
And you still got your voice.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. Now going into the postseason, let's get a fucking chip, shall we? I mean, it's time to celebrate. It's time to pop out the champagne, but we got to get number 28, baby. We got to get number 28. All right? Congratulations to us all. Talk to you later, fellas. Bye.
Oh, that's my Joey from the Bronxy.
Don't clip that.
Appreciate you, Joey. Oh yeah, let me stop. Let me get to the next voicemail really quick. Okay? Miguel Torres, by the way, too, with the super chat. We appreciate you, brother. You are indeed the man. But let's go ahead and continue on with all these voicemails. Oh man, Uncle Dom. Come on, Dom, let us hear it.
Pete Francis, fam. Guys, I couldn't have had a better night with all of you and taking us on this ride. Oh, what a night it was with Cole, Stanton, Judge, Rizzo, a little Doogie, everybody shoving, everybody hitting, and it was a night. Oh, what a night. Oh, what a night.
I knew that was coming.
Late September back in 24.
Hey!
What a very special time for me. As I remember what a night.
What a night.
Well, I got a funny feeling when they walk
Come on, Dom.
in the room, and my, as I recall, it ended much too soon.
What a voice.
Hit that note.
Oh, what a night.
Hey!
Hypnotizing, mesmerizing me. They're everything I've ever dreamed they'd be. Sweet surrender, what a night. What a night. Oh, what a night. Let's go, guys. Let's go. And what a night it was. And let us have more nights like that. Let's go, Yankees.
Let's go. Hashtag bring it home, Uncle Dom. You already know the deal, my guy. Miguel Torres with a super. Volpe should not be in the playoff roster. He bad. Let Volpe be in the playoff roster. I get it. I get we want to beat up on Anthony Volpe. Look, I'm going to work with him in the offseason.
They so mad at Volpe they don't even give him full sentences anymore. It's just he bad.
He bad.
Wow.
Typically, when they say he bad, that reminds me of something like Shaft, like that type of bad. Like he bad, bro.
Maybe,
Bad.
hey, maybe that's like a premonition of some sort.
It might be a sign.
Maybe he's gonna be a bad mother. You know what?
He might be a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I'm talking about Anthony. Well, you can dig it. He's a complicated man.
Volpe.
But no one understands him but Yankee fans. Anthony.
Volpe.
Oh, man, I tell you, you don't know. He bad. That might be a new thing that sticks with Anthony Volpe. He bad.
No.
Hey, they put him as Ric Flair for a reason. Maybe there's something we don't know about Anthony. I'm just saying.
I'm telling you, the Yankees know something we don't about Senor Volpe, man. They put him as Ric Flair, the nature boy.
Wow. Let's get to the next one.
Pete, Gary.
Yo.
It's great that they won a division, but we're not done yet, so it's exciting, but they got a little ways to go yet. My only concern is, like everybody keeps saying, they're going to have to win despite a boon. I hope they keep off certain players like Holmes, LeMahieu, off the roster, playoff roster, because LeMahieu's shot, and you can't trust Clay Holmes in a big spot anymore. So if they're serious about winning the whole thing, they got to do the right thing, and we'll see how it works out. Hopefully they'll bring it home, and we can all celebrate. See ya.
By the way, everybody, I appreciate you guys for using the hashtag Bring It Home so much. I've seen it a lot already. I think it's a great hashtag for us. Look, I said it before. The World Series trophy is most comfortable inside Yankee Stadium. It's time. It is time to bring it home. Enough is enough. It's been too long of a wait. Bring that damn thing back home. That's it. So keep using that, guys. We appreciate it.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been seeing it, and it has me like this to change that last slide on the video I shared with you to that because I like it.
Oh, that's right. Can you still make that edit?
Yeah, I still got it there.
Oh, okay,
I'm thinking of doing it. I'm thinking of doing it. I got the logo on there anyway. NYYU, bring it home. I don't know. It might.
Come on. To bring it home is fire. I think we gotta. You gotta make that change there.
Might be.
Let's keep it going, guys.
Morning, Pete. Francis.
Yo.
Morning.
Hey, it's First Last.
Morning.
I just wanted to
Good
get
morning.
on here real quick and give a shout out to Aaron Boone for keeping Dominguez in the lineup. I'm sure he's had plenty of voices telling him to start Verdugo, or at least some, and I was just very pleasantly surprised to see Dominguez start again yesterday, and
Yeah.
I sure hope he just continues to start. He's just a really dynamic player all around, and that's nothing down on Verdugo. He's he's a nice player too, but Dominguez is the future, and I just love to see him get this opportunity. And I think we've all given Boone quite a hard time this year, and sometimes rightfully so. But
Facts.
props to him for getting it right this time, and I hope he continues to keep doing it. I like our shot, going into the playoffs. It's not perfect, but it's sure a whole lot better than last year and even, the few years before that. So let's go Yankees. See ya.
Yeah, man. Look, no doubt about it. And again,
you had me dying just now.
she's nuts. We absolutely look. We're during again, content creators. NYYU is growing very, very fast. We put out a shit ton of content. We're live for hours, just about every single day. We're gonna talk about everything, almost every moment, more so than many other people, because guess what? We're live in the moment. We're not sitting back, waiting, and then discussing it. There's a lot of stuff that we do that is live. It's in the moment. We don't do as many just pre-recorded videos. We're live a lot. All the podcasts are typically always live. 95% of the time, the podcasts are live. So there's a lot of stuff that we're doing that is quick, reaction to interviews and this and that. But look, at the end of the day, no matter what you think about Aaron Boone, there's been a lot of insight that I've gotten into this organization over the last couple of months that, paint a story that many people have discussed already. And I think it is somewhat common knowledge. But at the fact of the matter is, I'm going to say it right now. I don't give a shit who is at the helm. I don't give a shit what the process is. If they win, I'm for it. Whatever it is, if that title goes back there, I say this all the time. They're the ones making the moves. They're the ones deciding on what happens. I'm not. I could talk about it all day, scream about it all day. We could become an influence of it, but they're making those decisions. So you know what I'm going to do? If they win it all, I said it yesterday. I'll break this out. Where's my contract? I write a lot of contracts. You're re-signed. How many years do you want? 5? No problem. They put a 5 there. Sign right there, Mr. Boone. Go ahead. Michael Fishman, it worked. I'm not a big fan of you anyway, even if it does win. I just don't like your face. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and you're okay to remain here. However, the Yankees win, nobody should give a shit as long as that title is there and we bring it home.
It's a fact. It's a fact. We're not gonna split hairs over who's in the lineup when they do it, who's on the field when they do it, who's pitching the game, who's closing the game. I mean, listen, the playoffs are right around the corner, and trust me, we already know. We have a lot of anxiety that's about to head our way. All right, there's going to be a lot of decisions made that are going to have us a little bit tight, a little bit sick out there. I get it. That's the Yankees. But if the ending result is the Yankees holding up that trophy, if the ending result is a picture of Aaron Judge and Juan Soto holding that trophy together, I mean, you think we're going to care how the hell they did it?
I don't give a shit. At the end of the day, I say this all as Brophy just said, get her done.
Get her done.
At the end of the day, man, I said this last night. I actually almost got emotional when I said this because, you know, we work a lot here. And at the end of the day, the one thing that brings this community together, the reason that you guys are all here, the reason that I'm here doing this, the reason that Francis is here doing this is one connection. We all love the New York Yankees.
Yes.
And nobody can ever take that away. So at the end of the day, Aaron Boone isn't bigger than the New York Yankees. It's not a bigger problem than the New York Yankees. Nobody is bigger than the symbol that we look at, and that is the New York Yankees, the interlocking NY. At the end of the day, however that wins, that's over top of everything. However that happens, however you get there, so be it. Let us get there. That's all that matters. That's all that matters to all of us. We want to win a World Series, and that is it.
Bring it home.
Bring it home. That's all there is to it. Let's continue on with a couple of more voicemails, guys, and we're going to wrap up.
It's been Francis Macho King in the house. How you doing? To the underground. Well, it's time for designated spitters. And Francis Friday, you know what that means. Time to focus. First the fucking fresh run. Dig it. This goes out to all the haters and jabronis. When you mess with one of us, you mess with the entire UWO. Drop an O on them! Beat a meal suckers acting like bums, and why you was still number 1. Bleeding pinstripes were writing the story. Macho King checks every single category. I'll stay a macho at all times. No captain. I'll slap you in the teeth. You wonder what happened. I'll chase you like Jason. There's no escaping from the madness. It's on. I'll pull out a can of whoop ass like I'm Indiana Jones. Yeah. I've soared with the eagles and I slithered with the snakes. To get to where I need to be. When I'm in the ring, you're gonna think there's 10 of me. Dig it! The U is big and only getting bigger. One day we're gonna have our own action figures, yeah. And there's nothing you can do about it. This is UWO territory. Learn to love it. If you ain't down with that, take a hike and shove it. Oh, yeah. UWO, stay macho. The East champs, 11 more wins. Dig it! Oh, yeah! Watch out!
Come on, baby!
Come
on!
Ooh, I love it.
Come on!
Love it.
Oh, man, I tell you what. Macho could make Midget want to fight Mike Tyson.
I'm telling you.
Just go up in there with Mike. Let's fucking throw it up.
Listen,
throw it up.
The joint album, the joint NYYU classic album that's on the way with, you know, Uncle Dom on the mixtape. We're gonna have Macho King on the tape. We're gonna have Pete with the Gabagool theme song. I mean, it's
Damn, remember the Gabagool theme song? I forgot about that shit.
son, that NYYU album, yo,
I gotta listen to that again.
yo, keep it locked. Bro. That is gonna go crazy.
The album is bananas. Bananas. We might even have a couple of we might even have a couple of collabs on there that you guys would be shocked about. Hunter Lawson says Macho always delivers. That man is a gem. Macho is the cream of the crop.
But the cream will rise to the top. Oh, yeah.
No doubt about it.
Good morning, Petey and Franchico Bean. Bling, bling.
Okay, what's
it's
up?
your boy, Kev Boogie, calling in. Ain't got blue. Oh, boy. Last series of the year starts today, man. And I don't even know what to say, man. It's been a long, rough, and really hard season, but the Yankees finally busted through yesterday, won the division. There's been so many highs, so many lows, and I feel like, in a way, this season for the Yankees has kind of reflected what's been going on in my life as well, because when they were high, I was high. When they were low, I was low. It was a lot of just stuff going on, but I'm just proud of them, man. They made it to the end of the season. I'm glad that for the most part, knock on wood, they've been relatively healthy all year. Cole coming back, being what he's been, has been absolutely amazing, especially considering how he started. But, I mean, it was only, the guy was out for I don't know how long. He was off his routine, but he's really bounced back in a big way. We need a good start from Rodon today. And I just like the way everything is looking, man. Boone just has to do his job, bro. Be smart, bro. Don't do no dumb shit. Don't put Clay Holmes in a close game. Don't throw Verdugo in there. Don't try to pinch hit Jason late. Just play smart baseball, bro, because literally the only thing stopping the Yankees from winning is the Yankees. Literally. I don't think that there's any team in the AL that can stop us from getting to the World Series. So let's do what we got to do. I forgot I can't say we when Steels is around. The Yankees got to do what they got to do and just get it done. I want to see us in the World Series. I wouldn't even be mad if we make it and we lose, but I pray to God that if we make it there, we win. That's all. I just want the Yankees to win the World Series, man. We got to be together. I can't wait for October 7th. Next weekend, basically, we already here, baby. Can't wait to see y'all. I'm out.
Oh, man. October 7th is going to be amazing. I'll probably talk about it a little more come, the 1st to 2nd. And like I said, stay tuned like the 3rd and the 4th and the 5th of October, because I think you guys might be getting a little insight on a little more things going down that night. So yeah, man. It's going to be amazing, man. I got so much support already, by the way, from the community in general, the people here, but people even on the outside that aren't always here that saying, yeah, we pulling through. A friend of mine that's been at every single event was like, yo, entire crew coming through. Like, we coming through that night big. Everybody's coming through. Family members, friends from years ago that we haven't caught up with. It's going to be a memorable night. One, it's also going to be game 2 of the ALDS. And like I said, man, it's going to be over the top exciting. I have, for me personally, I know for Francis, I know we've tried this before, right, Francis? Yeah. We've tried to put on an event that is outside and other circumstances has always gotten in the way. Yeah. But this one is so perfectly set up. Everything is locked in. It came very naturally. It was just, hey, yo. But it was perfect. You better when it comes naturally. Hey, yo, again. But it's going to be a great, great, great day. A lot of surprises, a lot of awesome things coming your guys' way. And like I said, Francis and Jira are going to be out there in the crowd. They're going to be doing content with you guys. We got specialty drinks that are going to be made based off the team. Me and Kev are going to be calling that game live, and then we're getting right into the crowd with you guys, hopefully celebrating a New York Yankees W. And man, oh man, it's going to be a night never to forget. And we talk about NYYU days. I'm just so excited about this because, we've done that, and that is awesome, and they're amazing events. But we have never done a game season live. We've never done that. And this is the first time we're doing this in a year that could become extremely special for all of us, for NYYU, everybody here, the community, all of us. It's going to be amazing. I can't fucking wait for it, man. Yeah, free to get into. I mean, There's not many events out there for postseason that people are saying there's no charge at the door. Come on in. Let's have a good time.
And it opens the door, man. So, this community, you guys know what to do, man. You show up and you show out. You never know what events we're able to do in the future based off this one. So do your thing. Show up, show out. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna enjoy each other's company, and we're gonna enjoy a Yankees victory that night, man. I feel it. This is gonna be that one. So y'all definitely don't want to miss the 7th, bro. Definitely.
No doubt about it. Then we're gonna play one more voicemail, guys. I'm gonna wrap up here. Here we go.
Pete Francis. Good morning, my guys.
Yo.
I was watching the show. I'm listening to y'all guys do your thing, like always, every Friday. Let's get it popping. Pete, and to everybody that's negative and all that, I give 2 fucks who we play. We in the Bronx.
My guy.
The Yankees are in it.
My guy.
And I don't care who's in the way. It's up to us to destroy everybody, take what belongs to us, and keep it moving. That's it. All this other shit, this pitch, best pitcher, this and that, my man. When we in the playoffs, we all start at 0. And the good thing is that they got to come to the Bronx. You don't want to come to the Bronx in the playoffs. It's a different atmosphere. So let's go, Pete Francis. Keep doing what you're doing, and let's go fucking Yankees.
That's my brother right there. That is my brother right there, Rara. You I'll bite the whole mic off right now. I'm not kidding. Right through that shit. If Rara don't pump you up, you better just get pumped up because he might come for your neck. So just be, make sure he pumps you up. Be happy in the chat. Clap for that man, damn it.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about right there. He said it perfectly, man. The Bronx, it's not the place y'all want to be come October, man. It gets dark early. It's cold outside. We out here. The group is out here. Y'all, listen, Jerome Avenue, this ain't the friendly confines, all right? You know what I'm saying? Talking
Tim's!
About who we worried about. Tim's, you know what I'm saying?
Get my Tim's!
With the all blue classic Yankee, man. Y'all know what? Y'all know how we give it up in the Bronx. Ain't nobody worried about. We gonna worry about that. We ain't worried about nothing, man. They need to worry about coming to the Bronx and sitting across from that McDonald's with the crack fiends in front of it, man. Stop playing with us. Stop playing with us in the Bronx, man.
Let me get my Tim's. I'm gonna put them on.
Tim's, damn it.
Get my damn Tim's on. I'll put them on. I'll show the camera right now. Think I'm not gonna be wearing Tim's that night? You thought wrong.
Come on now.
We should do that. Everybody rock Tim's that night.
I might throw. I'm
rocking my Tim's.
I might have to throw some Tim's down.
I'm rocking my Tim's. I'm rocking my Tim's.
I know. I was talking to me and Gerrit were talking about. I know I'm rocking Tim's to the March event next year for a fact.
Oh yeah, 100%. Kev Boogie says, hearing Rah Rah say destroy nearly made me shit myself.
He embodies the Bronx, man. That's why
my brother.
I love him,
my brother.
Man. He embodies the Bronx, man. I love it.
Love that, man. Love that, man. Guys, with that being said, man, we're going to wrap up this episode of, I was about to say Designated Spitters. We're going to wrap up this episode of All Rise. Uncle Dom said he did shit himself, so that's a great way to go ahead and wrap this show up. With that being said, guys, Francis, I'm going to leave the final word to you. I'm ready to rock. Let's go, baby.
Yeah, I already know, guys. Listen, October 7th is right around the corner. Don't miss it. Monday, we do have that table coming up. Y'all definitely do not want to miss that. Playoff outlook, playoff predictions, some hot takes incoming. Y'all already know how we give it up at NYY. You don't play with us, man. Listen, we are the standard. Like Pete said last night, okay? It is what it is. Nobody stops in which direction this train is going. Nobody stops in which direction the arrow's pointing. It's going up, all the way up, baby. It's playoff time. It's playoff time. We got one more series to go. You know, Pete got you covered with Game Season Live tonight. Be in the chat, man. That's it. There's nothing else, baby. Yankees is AL East champs.
That's all there is to it. Guys, we out. Catch you for, what the fuck's that show called? Game Season Live. Later today. I keep saying Designated Spitters. I can't help myself. We're out, baby. Peace out. Until next time, guys. Catch you later. See you later tonight. Oh, 40 subs away from 35K. Let's get it.
Top 10 radar. Yeah, we on your radar. Never miss, dog, and that's on occasion. Yeah, we on your radar. Yeah.
Look, top floor,
waking up.